him, remember, he disses Joe. Janice is not Joe. And I'm going to be honest with you. I hate to break it to people. I actually don't even think Janice is Jay-Z. I actually think Janice is a bitch. And we're going to find out who, because Drake always fucking with some new bitch, bro. I'm going to keep it a bean. The shots are very direct, and I think we should go to the lyrics. Like, you know, but I'm gonna let Trap Lord cook a little bit. He's talking to two different people here. Verse 1, hey, buried alive, someone come dig me up. If I call you shorty right now, she picking up. So, okay, I know people want to, like, assume Drake fucked all these niggas, bitches. Not just Joe. All of them. All of them. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if he popped out saying he smashed Whitney. I don't know. Drake is just, he just, whatever. Yeah, exactly. The point is this. I know that's the reference. People are like, oh, no, he's talking about Joe. No.
So chat, when Janice Shut the Fuck Up first came out, I thought Janice was a real woman that actually works for Universal Music Group, right? Because we all know Drake filed a lawsuit against his label, and I heard that Janice was like an A&R or an executive or something like that works for the label that Drake doesn't get along with, right? But now people are saying that they think Janice is Jay-Z, right? Because he took shots at Jay-Z. He just passed Jay-Z for the most #1 rap albums in Billboard history, right? But I'm starting to think Janice is all of the people that he dissed on the song, right? Kendrick, Jay-Z. I feel like Drake is basically calling all of these dudes Janice because Drake feels like all of them is the B word, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously, right, Jay-Z had Kendrick headline the Super Bowl. Kendrick had two of the biggest songs in 2024 dissing Drake, you feel me? So I feel like Janice is either a real person that works for UMG, or Janice is basically Drake calling all of the dudes hating on him.
Hey, Buried Alive, someone come dig me up. First of all, Buried Alive, that's a Kendrick thing, right? Kendrick did Buried Alive. It was the interlude on Take Care. But I don't think this is at Kendrick. If I call your shorty up, she picking up. I don't think he's talking about Whitney. He says, you boys got big off my name. That's big enough. We know how you OGs rocking already. My nigga, the jig is up. That's clearly a Jay-Z bar. That's clearly a Jay-Z bar. So he's talking to either a few people. Maybe he goes at Kendrick. Like, he's almost like linking them up in like a group that's against them. They say the truth will set you free. Well, mine is gonna stream while you watch in HD. None of that is to Drake, to Joe Budden at all. They say karma could take an eternity. Yours is dropping the same night as me. I'm going to be honest with you. If I think anybody holds some karma, I think he's talking to Kendrick. Yo, you lied. He speaks very, very much in this album about...
It's definitely a shot at Kendrick. Because remember, Kendrick got a song called ADHD. You know what I'm saying? And plus, Drake is talking about your karma's dropping the same night as me. I think a lot of people felt like when Drake dropped this Iceman album, a lot of people were saying, hey, what if Kendrick drops an album the same day called Fireman, right? Like, I'm not gonna lie, chat. I really thought Kendrick was gonna drop the same night as Drake, because remember, all of a sudden, Not Like Us and Luther got removed off of YouTube and streaming, right? The songs just magically disappeared, and it was like, hold on, Nick, is a GNX Deluxe album gonna drop the same night as Iceman? That's what it was looking like, bruh, right? And then a couple days later, the songs got put back up, right? That was very strange. Right? But we gotta remember during the beef, remember when Drake put out the Family Matters record, right? People loved that song, right? But what overshadowed it was like literally like an hour later, Kendrick drops Meet the Grahams, and then he drops Not Like Us, which ended up becoming one of the biggest rap songs in rap history. You know what I'm saying? So Drake is 100% talking to Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? He's taking shots at Kendrick Lamar and Jay-Z mostly on this song. And like I said, Janice is probably referencing basically all of the people that he's dissing on the song.
Drake's level, you need someone that's approximate to him, like a Joe. He breaks down bars differently. I guarantee when Joe does this on a podcast, he's gonna literally say, and I don't think he's lying either, he's gonna say, that's not about me. Right? I don't think he's gonna, he's gonna have some fun with it, but he's gonna realize that's not about it. I really don't. I think people are stuck on the name Janice more than they're actually should be focused on the verses. You get what I'm saying? He's saying, okay, verse 2. Tired of y'all telling me niggas is real. Pussy, I know when it's real. You only come home to pose and pop off a look, but you forgot how it feel. To me, that's The Weeknd he's dissing. Chi-Town popping a pill, go on a drill looking for someone to kill. White kids listen to you because they feel some guilt and that's how your soul gets fulfilled. I think that's the Kendrick. Handing out turkeys on camera inside your hood, then you go back to
I don't think Drake was dissing The Weeknd. Even though The Weeknd was a part of the beef, right? He was on, I think, both albums with the Metro and We Still Don't Trust. It was We Don't Trust You and then We Still Don't Trust You. I don't think he was taking shots at The Weeknd. You know what I'm saying? Drake and The Weeknd have a very weird relationship. You know, The Weeknd was supposed to sign with OVO. I'm glad he didn't, because any artist that signs to OVO doesn't really blow up like that, right? Like, OVO has like one of the most talented rosters in rap, but I feel like Drake doesn't promote him properly, right? Magic Jordan, Roy Woods, right? But yeah, they like, these guys are always cool and then they're not cool, right? But you know, when he talks about handing out turkeys and then you go back to the hills, that could be about anybody, because, you know, most rappers live in Cali. Most rappers, you know, live in LA or the Hollywood Hills or Beverly Hills, you know what I'm saying? And most rappers give out turkeys to the... I don't think that's about Kendrick Lamar. That's a very generic bar. I think that's a very generic bar for most of the rap game, right? Like, what rapper do you not see handing out turkeys in the hood, right? Like, that's like a normal thing that you see most rappers do. So yeah, like I think if Drake was taking shots at The Weeknd, I think he would have made it a little bit more obvious. Maybe I'm not catching, maybe he's referencing something I'm not familiar with. Let me know in the comments if he is, but I don't think either one of those bars is for Weeknd or Kendrick. Not those specific bars on the song.
That's the Kendrick. How many houses you build? How many souls did you heal off the back of your deal? That's the Kendrick. Difference between niggas getting you out of your deal and letting you out of your deal. Okay? I think that's the Kendrick and Pusha T. I think that's the Clips and Kendrick. Kendrick didn't release music for 5 years because he couldn't get out of his deal. Drake is going through something with his label and is dropping music to get out of the deal. That's what I think he's trying to say. Against your wills, how many new names do you got on your will? Damn. How many more times is y'all gonna keep calling it soft when it's still? Damn. How many more interviews y'all gonna do just to get Ice to chill? Damn. Now, I don't think that's the Kendrick. That is, I think, you know, I don't even think that's the media at all. I think he's talking to people who have aligned.
Heck, you're wrong, bro. He's 100% talking about Kendrick, bro. The reason why he keeps saying damn is because Kendrick Lamar has an album named Damn, bro. That's an obvious subliminal shot, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Ak is right, bro. When he's talking about difference between the label getting you out of your deal and letting you out of your deal, that's a fact, bro. Like, Drake dropped these 3 albums to become a free agent. He is officially an independent artist. So now Drake can release music independently, or he can re-sign a contract with UMG or Sony. And we all know Drake isn't signing with no major if it's less than $1 billion, right? Now, this is the first time that I heard, because I always wondered, why did it take so long for Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers to come out, right? That album I think it took almost 4 years to come out, right? Kendrick Lamar put out Damn, and then after that, he didn't put an album out for almost 4 years. It wasn't 5, I think it was almost 4. I think it was a little over 3 years, right? This is the first time I'm hearing that the reason why it took so long for that album to come out is because, you know, he was working on, I believe, leaving TDE, right? That's the first time I heard that. I thought he just did it because he was just, you know, I guess enjoying time with his family, working on the album, making sure it's right. Because Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, I believe that is the first official album with PG Lang, right, where Kendrick Lamar basically separated himself from TDE. Or was that the last album? Somebody let me know in the chat. Was Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, is that the last album that Kendrick Lamar put out with TDE? Or is that the first album that he put out under PG Lang? As a matter of fact, stay with me. I'm just going to check on Spotify. Let me type it in. Kendrick Lamar. Because I really like that album, bro. I hated GNX, but I think Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is actually an incredible album. It's not an album that you go back and listen to, but it's an album that you hear for the first time and you're like, damn, like, this is a good body of work. So this album came out back in 2022, And yes, so yeah, this was Kendrick Lamar's final album under TDE, right? PG Lang is there, TDE is there, Aftermath, Interscope Records, right? So Kendrick signed to like 4 different niggas, bro. You know what I'm saying? No wonder why he wanted to get out of that deal, bro. Everybody was getting a cut. Dr. Dre getting a cut, TDE getting a cut, Interscope getting a cut. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so GNX was the first official project that Kendrick Lamar put out under PG Lang exclusive license to Interscope Records. Wow. So you're wrong. You're actually wrong. You said that Kendrick took 5 years to drop Miss Around the Big Steppers because he was getting out of his deal. No, Miss Around the Big Steppers is the last album that he put out under TDE. You know what I'm saying? But Janice, Shut the F Up. My final thoughts, chat, is this song is basic. He's referencing Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar as Janice. He could also be referencing Pusha T, right? There is a chance that he was talking about The Weeknd, but the main characters is Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar. And with that being said, it's your boy Days. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, click that hype button for your boy. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Who do you guys think Janice is on Janice Shut the F Up? Do you think it's a chick that works for UMG? Do you think it's one of Drake's side pieces, ex-girlfriends? Do you think it's Pusha T? Let me know in the comments, chat. It's your boy Days. I'm out.